hand tools is brought to you by EXO Auto Works. EXO Auto Works is Colorado Springs' home of the $40 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment.
Call us today in order to schedule your $80 wheel alignment on most vehicles.
Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios. Trevor's Beard is brought to you by The Beard Struggle. The Beard Struggle is my go-to for beard hygiene and styling products, so you should click the link below and use the code TLANE15, that's TLANE15, for 15% off your order. Madrid Maintenance. Madrid Maintenance offers excellent handyman services in the Colorado Springs area, starting at just $35 an hour. You can reach them by phone at 719-963-2020 or online at facebook.com/Madrid Maintenance. The Tool Bar, our new line of handmade soap produced in partnership with Crafts by Carolyn Lane, available on Etsy. This soap packs a punch of manly scent like oak and fig, fresh cut lumber, cedar, and more masculine fragrances being developed all the time. With a soft touch of natural oils to cleanse and moisturize, use the link below to buy the Tool Bar now. Once you try it, you'll never want to wash with anything else.
Space is exciting. It spurs our imaginations, and it forces us to ask big questions. Space, it affects us all, and it connects us all.
From EXO Auto Works. Streaming all over the world. It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity. With Eric Madrid.
Because if too many people are just running around with their dicks out, it's called the Harambe variant.
And Trevor Lane.
No. Of Karen's.
It's Man Tools.
I always love watching your tags, you know, because they come off super cool. Wow, I got a line in my brain. What the hell?
Yeah, it started wigging out on the green screen again.
Well, I'll sit back here.
I can fiddle with it. We
I mean
that live plenty.
Hey, look, here we aren't.
It's not.
That's funny. What were we just talking about?
Metallica's Rig run through from like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so I called Dave Potter today, and I said I sent him the link. So let me start this over. So Dave and I are the guitar, like, we nerd out on tones. Like, you and I nerd out on, like, the bands, right?
Right.
And he and I nerd out on, like, the tones, the actual... Anyway, so we're both tube guys forever, and then still are. But the technology's gotten good enough to where you can profile or clone your tube amps, right? So you don't got to take them on the road and break them.
Right. Yeah.
That's the big thing. So
Dude,
that's what.
Another crazy tube guy is fucking Angus Young. He has his tubes biased based on the sound, so he's blowing them all the time.
Yeah.
His tech is just always.
Yeah. Now, fun fact: in the '90s, right before they recorded Ballbreaker, the factory that made the tubes for those old Marshalls had been out of production for a few years. AC/DC was like, well, the AC/DC camp said, and I'm paraphrasing this story horribly, by the way. They basically said, here's a bunch of money, reopen the factory, make us as many tubes as you can in the next 6 months.
And then close down if you want.
Close down if you want, but now we have enough tubes to last for another 20 years. It's crazy, right?
I saw that and I'm like, Wait, what?
So
talking about, yeah, I bias it based on how it sounds, and it's not the right bias for the life of the tube, which is normally what you're going for. He's like, so we blow tubes all the time,
constantly. So they reopened the whole factory to get more. I know in the 90s. It's sad to have that kind of money. Like,
it's rough, yeah.
It's
or like we were talking about with Metallica. Having fractals just for their clean sound, and then triaxis for their dirty sounds.
Yep.
Because it doesn't switch fast enough.
It doesn't change fast enough. That's so funny. Times is hard.
And they don't even have to step on their own pedals.
Right? Yeah, that was the thing. I was going to bring that up in our conversation. It's like he doesn't even know. He doesn't even switch them. Maybe they need to fire Chad. You know, I need to fire Chad back there and not hitting the cues.
Hit that faster, dummy.
Yeah. Now, not then. Now or then.
No, it's fade to black. You know, the dirty part's coming up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit it.
We all know that. Yeah. Like, we're born knowing it now. Kids are born knowing it. It's like when we were kids, we were born knowing Beatles lyrics. Now we know guitar tones from Metallica. So yeah, I did a dumb thing with my taxes and bought a Kemper rig. And I got the powered one, and I was like, "Wait, it's only like this much? These are
so it'll power a speaker cabinet,
one cabinet, right? Yeah. Okay. It'll run in mono, which I'm like, well, fuck. So I'll still use the tube power amp and run in stereo. And then I was thinking, well, this will be cool because now I can run a wet, dry, wet if it routes the right way. I can do the Van Halen thing and have wet stereo. And
So welcome to Guitar Geek
episode. We're geeking out on guitar stuff.
Man Tools is done. This is Guitar Geek.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, we should call ourselves Gear Sluts because they stopped calling it Gear Sluts. I thought that was the stupidest thing. They were like, well, they simped out. They go, well, now it's Gear Space because, Sluts was no, we're all sluts for gear.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't sleep last night. My roommate got me up at like 3:30. I'm rummaging through Reverb looking for stuff. And then I'm like, well, I wonder if they let me have this. Click. Yep, you get credit. Go for it. I'm like, son of a bitch. I got a whole new rabbit hole to fucking dive down. It's going to be so much fun Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be nice. You thought you didn't see me now. Like, okay, so back to the tool stuff, right?
Yep.
So something super bizarre. We talked last week about sprinkler season.
Yes.
And getting all your shit started up and charged up and make sure you have somebody who knows how to do it. So this week, I had a gal call me that I showed last year how to do all the stuff. She almost got it right. She calls, she's like, it just won't stop running. I'm like, turn the solenoids tighter. I did everything right. She did, she just didn't get all the way. You got to turn them hand tight and a quarter. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they reach their common and they don't open. So she was like feeling stupid. I'm like, no charge. I'm on my way home anyway. It's on the way. You're good, right? You did everything right. I didn't have to do anything. I just hand tighten. I was like, use a pair of pliers next time. This other dude who will remain nameless. My poor buddy.
His initials are Matt.
His initials are Matt. He tried to sweat the solder. He did an okay job, and then he called me last fall and he goes, well, it broke and blah blah. And I go and I finished sweating it because he just didn't finish. He didn't catch it all the way around. He didn't. When you're sweating solder, you don't heat the solder because it melts at like fucking 100 degrees. You heat the copper.
I mean, that's kind of true when you're soldering anything.
You heat
even electronics and stuff.
You heat,
big mistake you see people make is they touch the soldering iron to the solder. And it's like, no, dummy.
Yeah. You heat the substrate, whatever it's going to connect to, and that needs to be heated up with flux. So heated that, stood there for about 10 minutes. He's looking at me like I'm crazy, and I just did it. I didn't break out any new solder. All I did was, and then I grabbed the pipe with a wrench and went, and it went. Just all like sunk in on itself and heated up the right way. And then he's like, oh, God damn it. So this spring we go out to his place and we're starting everything up. And one of the zones is running very weak. And I'm like, there's a blockage. He goes, well, it's on the head. I'm like, let's dig up the first head. Because if they're in line, okay, that's where the blockage. No,
right.
They're all spiderwebbed off of it, right? So there's a main line. So I'm like, all right, that's weird. Let's check the box. Pull the box apart, new diaphragm. When we pulled it apart, there were huge chunks of solder in the valve. Huge. chunk. So I dug those out, and I was like, oh, there's going to be more problems. I get a call today. Hey, we cleaned out all the things. We did all this. We tried to run it. We made some puddles. I'm like, good for you. Good job. Yep. Make those puddles. Still running weak. So I'm hoping, and I'm going to video this one because I didn't video the huge chunks of solder that I pulled out of the valve. I could not have imagined that's what it would have been. So if we do, I'm going to dig it up, find that elbow, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a huge glob of solder in the pipe. Jammed in there. Beefy. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Should be fun. That'll be a fun Sunday afternoon adventure.
Yep.
Ta-da. Anyway, well, how was your week?
Not bad. We're starting a little passive income thing. Me and Carolyn.
Okay.
We're gonna do a 24/7 stream of our fish tank.
Interesting.
With like ambient, calm
music. Would you like some music?
Sure.
Okay, I got some.
Okay.
So Heather and I are gonna do an album called and do the same thing. So we'll give you like one of the tunes.
Okay.
But the album release is just gonna be on YouTube, and it's gonna be called Alternating Mood Solution. And it's just going to be as many tunes as we come up, or vamps or whatever, and it's all going to be that with like, whatever videos we could put up on loop for whatever.
Well, I was inspired by I'm a big fan of a podcast called Timcast, and they started Chicken City. They have a bunch of chickens, 24/7 stream. Now the thing we can't do that they do is when you do. They're big enough to have super chats. I don't know if you know what that is. That's where you can pay to get your chat seen.
Yeah.
They have some kind of automated thing that gives the chickens mealworms or something when every time somebody they get a super chat, ding. It gives the chickens some mealworms, and then if they get up to $100, it throws a chicken party. It plays this music, and the chickens have now been conditioned to freak out because they know they're going to get fed like a shitload of mealworms.
Yeah,
and it's way more than what it feeds them just with the normal. Yeah. So
okay,
it's pretty wild.
That's awesome. So let me rewind this. Do you remember the HBO? I think it was HBO or Showtime TV show, Dead Like Me?
I remember the name for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get the names wrong because now I'm trying to remember too hard, and it's not just flowing. Anyway, Stuart Copeland did the music for it. Right? It was super cool intro music, and it's about these people who end up having, when they died, they didn't finish they were dicks or whatever. They end up being Grim Reapers, so they have to go take people's souls. That's their, and it's a shitty job. Like that's the whole point. It's like this shitty job, and they're living in their same hometown, but they don't look like themselves, and blah 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 blah. Right?
Oh, that's right. They're alive.
They're alive. And they have to eat. They got to pay rent. They got to do all this fucked up shit and go do their Grim Reaper job. And they got to stay under the radar. One dude's been under the radar since like the 60s. One gal's been in there since the 30s, like, and not passing over, right? So like it's purgatory punishment. It's like whatever. That's the gist of the show. It's a great show. However, the main thrust of this long-winded missive is that Dolores Herbig is the gal's the star boss, and her passive income, this was way back when, her passive income was an internet video stream of her cleaning her house. And this was before all that like became super common knowledge. She's like, I make like $300. It was like OnlyFans, but like I don't know how to describe it. It's like the chat thing you're talking about. Yeah, she just talks to people and they just watch her clean her house every Sunday.
Yeah. Now we considered doing the rats, which I think would be funner. The problem though is more fun. You would want audio with the rats, and we don't want to stream audio from our living room 24/7 because you never know when you get into a weird conversation or just talk about shit that's no one else's business. Sure. So I was like, no, we're not going to do that. Unless at some point we decide to move the rats, like, I don't know, down to the basement or into another room that we're not in a lot.
Where's the fish tank?
It's in the front.
That's what I thought.
But we're not going. I'm not going to turn on audio because you wouldn't be able to hear the fish anyway.
The fish anyway.
Yeah.
So
it'll be on mute.
It'll be a feed from whatever you're.
It's just going to be a webcam
Yeah.
with the microphone muted and then music in the background.
iPod on loop.
More or less, yeah. It'll probably show a little graphic of the song because a lot of this royalty-free stuff, you still have to do the Creative Commons thing and say
Sure.
whose song it is. So I'm going to set it up with a little pop-up that goes when it changes songs.
Yeah.
Now it's this song by this guy, and
Remember-
here's the link, you know.
Do you remember Winamp?
Yeah.
That was the best. That was the best.
So, yeah, we'll
Yeah, I'm down. I would like
toss
to.
around like, you know, channel names and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Right now we're leaning towards Fish Stream, which is surprisingly not taken.
Yeah.
There is no YouTube channel just called Fish Stream, and I'm like, why not? There are streams full of fish. You gonna register that, homie?
That's $50.
Yeah. So
What's up, Keys? How's our Sacramento chapter doing? We'll see. We should check in a minute.
yeah.
So yeah, it's been a crazy few days. Oh, the other thing is no comment. Oh, sorry. Here's the other thing that's happening in the construction world. Everyone's bitching nobody wants to work, right? Well, there's a little bit of that. All of us that do are like 3 weeks out now, maybe a month out. So realtor lady calls and says, hey, I got a flip for you. I'm like, cool. What do we got? Well, I got 3 crews working on this, that, and the other, and they don't do bathrooms. I was like, yeah, nobody does bathrooms. The drywall guys will do the bathrooms. And then she comes and shows me 3 bathrooms, and I'm like, cool. I'm seeing like, sweet. A couple weeks from now, I could start them, be done by like middle of June. She's like, yeah, I need it done by May 20th. I'm like, yep, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Let me call a bigger contractor that I work with. Called him. He's like, not going to happen. He's like, I'm 6 weeks out on a tile guy. And he's like, you should switch up and just do tile for me, and you could work now until Christmas. And I was like,
Something to consider.
something to think about. Something to think about. So it's and it's not the only person. There's another client that's not selling his house but moving and renting. Well, I need it all done by the end of next week, and I'm like, yeah, not gonna happen. You called me today. I show up to do a quote. I'm a month out from that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took this afternoon off to come do this. Like, yeah, I'm a month out. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You guys might want to jump in on this. Like, if you guys, anybody watching wants a job, like, I got work for you. $10.99, good pay. Bring your own tools. Standard fare.
If nothing else, you can carry heavy shit.
Yeah.
Push a wheelbarrow.
Push a
you know,
wheelbarrow,
whatever.
yeah. Well, hell, for that, I got fences to do. I'll still pay $20 an hour to come haul heavy stuff.
Yeah.
A lawn to take out. Put in some zero scaping. It's not zero scaping. Zero scaping is concrete. It's a slab.
Yeah, there's no scaping.
There's no scaping at all. It's zero scaped. That's a concrete slab. Zero scaped is spelled differently. There's no Z's in it. And look it up. It's pretty and native plants and low maintenance-y stuff.
Yeah.
There's
It's just less water.
Less water. A lot less. And
Or as my brother used to put it, it's sneaky water. Because he used to comment how once you have zero escaping going on, you can water as much as you want.
yeah, drip systems. You can.
So the whole watering restrictions, for all they know, you're following everyone, but you could water 7 days a week.
Yep. You just need a little.
And no one's the wiser.
No one's the wiser.
So.
Oh yeah, and last but not least, one of my buddies had all this sod put in. Well, the neighbors, I told him I'd do it, but it was gonna take me another 2 weeks from now. And he's like, "Well," and this was a few months back, and I was like, "Well, this is for people who put it in. They didn't till it up underneath when they did the sod cutting, and they didn't lay down extra stuff. They did it all while he was gone. Well, the neighbors have a cam, and their neighbors are also clients and friends.
Yeah.
And the neighbors came over, and they're like, hey, because I was there today doing sprinklers, and they showed us the thing, and I'm like, dude, this is not going to take. I walked in, when I first walked in, you're supposed to roll the sod up pretty far so that and bump it together, so when it starts to do this, it unfolds and stays.
It's fine, yeah.
But they did about this much, and it's already doing this, and it got put in yesterday.
Jeez.
So I said, well, you better water the bejesus out of it. Here, we're going to set you for three times a day for 20 minutes. Your water bill is going to be $500 this month.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So careful who you use for your sod.
Yeah.
It's not...
I got to fill in my bald spots from seeding last year.
That's fine.
Which is...
Scarify that and put a little bit of potting soil and throw seed and then a little potting soil, and you're done deal.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
Carolyn's talking about getting some manure to cover it too.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Do the whole yard.
Well, her thought is that the manure, either the manure or possibly some straw, hay, whichever, I forget which you do with that, but will protect it from the dog running around.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said scarify the ground, put the seed down, throw the potting soil on it. And I'm just going to warn you, and I've said this to everyone I've ever talked to about lawns, there's nothing worse than dog urine for a lawn. You might as well go out there with lighter fluid.
Yep.
So just manage your own expectations.
Sure.
There's going to be spots. See, we went guitars, we went grass.
Dude, we've done everything.
We've done it.
All right, guys. Thanks.
It was great. We'll see you next week, right after the news.
Yeah, we'll get some news and stuff here. So this is a pretty crazy story. We got 2 Florida stories. I'm going to tell you right up front. This one's out of Florida. And I'm going to give you a little backstory. So a couple had a wedding, was catered. I think it's at like an event place too. Once they start moving around here, you'll kind of see kind of the layout of what's going on. And then everyone started feeling funny.
Oh no. I was like, that does not look like a catering table.
Everyone started feeling funny. And as it turned out, this is what's bananas. I don't know what the motivation is or anything. The bride and the catering manager put copious amounts of some kind of cannabis-based substance in the food.
So they baked the taters.
So everyone was stoned out of their gourd, whether they wanted to be or not.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
So, yeah, check this out. Oh, and this is body cam from one of the cops.
Just confirming South Seminole still?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Kind of want to see like live cam from the party.
That's what I was. I was like, that's too bad they don't have that.
Hey, are you guys with the catering? You guys with catering?
Yeah, we're just putting stuff away.
Yeah, don't put anything
Yeah,
away
he's
yet.
like, no, you're leaving everything out.
Yeah.
You can take that back inside, buddy.
We all have been affected somehow by what was put in.
Is that dude on the
I'm trying
ground?
to figure out who put it in the food, whether it was a guest at a catering company or...
There is someone on the
There's a
ground.
dude on the ground counting the grass.
Awesome.
I got
Is it
Wow.
Well, I would not drive in your conditions.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
Take like an Uber.
I don't know.
Yourself an Uber because you're
Bride and groom?
baked up.
Yes.
You're bride and groom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, couple questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, supposedly, your food had cannabis inside of it when your guests eat it. Did you guys authorize that?
You can see the bride's face.
Yeah, did you see her like, oh god.
Is it for the catering company to have cannabis placed in the food, edibles, whatever the case may be?
No, sir.
Okay. I just need both of your IDs, so your license. Who are you to them?
He's the band. I'm just trying to...
Band guy? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Sort it out. I need your IDs,
Yes,
though.
sir.
That's awesome. I'm trying to get paid.
He's like, I just want to get paid.
I'm paid and get the hell out of here.
I have plenty of experience with marijuana.
Yeah. He's like, no, I'm good.
I came back and I saw all these trucks here, and I was like, everyone's like, what's going on? What's going on? Some people said a couple of people weren't feeling well or something like that. But
look at her face. She's just like, oh my God, this is so funny.
The way that we're getting is that the people think that the food was laced with cannabis. This is what we're trying to figure out. If it was, it was, but we're trying to figure out who placed that cannabis there.
Right.
Whether it was the caterers on their own accord or if it was with their permission or what happened.
It could have been, I mean, I'm not going to lie, people here are, consume marijuana. I mean, it's, I think people probably had, I wouldn't be surprised if people had, like, their own edibles, but as far as
people had their own personal and they're ingesting it, that's one thing.
That's what I'm kind of
but if somebody put it in the food for everybody, including minors or whatever,
you're in huge trouble if you have kids there.
I know you might not have your wallet on you, but
I do, sir.
If you can get your ID for us at some point,
yes,
that'd
absolutely.
be great. Fire department's seen about 3 more people up at the entrance that aren't feeling good, so everyone's.
Well, they should be feeling great.
Might be transporting a couple more people to the hospital because of this.
Oh my God, Florida people can't handle their weed. That's funny.
Right. I don't think we learned much more.
No,
here, but yeah, it was. So, it's come out now that that is correct. Keys, the wife, and I don't know what the motivation was, just to have a good time or what, but the wife coordinated this with the catering manager.
Here's a whole
drop some of this in there.
Here's a whole thing of butter, put it in the cake or whatever. Interesting. So for those of you who have never partaken in some type of cannabis laced coffee, it's delicious, by the way. Bulletproof coffee is amazing. If you don't want to do anything all day, Karen damn seed, that coffee will put you down. Or cookies or any kind of edible, when you bite into it, you know right away. Like, you get a chocolate bar that's, I'll take a little bite of that, and you're like, what is that? Tastes like feet. Oh, yeah, it's an edible.
Tastes like feet. Is that Parmesan cheese?
Yeah, it's like,
why is there Parmesan cheese in this chocolate?
I mean, if you're at a wedding or whatever, that's messed up. Don't do that to kids. Stop fucking with kids. If that was like an adult party and everybody knew about it, like, everybody's getting high tonight. Wee.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's one thing if I go, hey, I would like to be intoxicated with this. Awesome.
Hey, everybody, we're getting married. And I'm having Chiba Hut like deliver the cookies. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Like, everybody.
Or even hey, so there's going to be something in the cake.
Yep. This is
so if
this is the fun cake. This is the kids' cake. If you don't want to be
high at the end of this, don't eat the cake.
Let people know. That's right. That's the whole freedom thing. Don't impose your proclivities on other people.
So, yeah, just a very strange thing, though.
Fucking Florida.
Yeah. This is wild. This guy is taking some flack. He's a county sheriff from Santa Rosa County down in Florida. Watch about the first 2 minutes of this.
Good morning, and
we'll
thanks
get
for coming, everybody. We're going to talk about an incident that occurred yesterday in the Santa Villa subdivision in Pace, and it involves, if you can put him up, Mr. Brandon Harris.
Looks like a
you hear me
fine, upstanding young man
all the time. Our first interaction with this,
like he said, he calls him a frequent flyer.
Since then, he's had like 17 arrests. He got out of prison. We sent him to prison for 6.5 years for home invasion. And he just can't seem to get the picture of crime does not pay. So yesterday, about 4:30, we get a call to Santa Villa subdivision in reference to him being a suspicious person.
And yes, he is.
Multiple people call. We end up, probably 20 deputies get there, set up a perimeter. The dogs are out, and he's jumping fences and breaking into houses as he goes. So that started at 4:30. Around 5:12 p.m., we get a call, shots fired. So one of the homeowners, he was breaking into their house, and they shot at him. So he continues to run.
As you do.
We finally corner him in a house that he broke into on Tom Sawyer, and we corner him in a bedroom. And I think we have a video of what the genius does next. So this is our deputies approaching the bedroom. They know he's inside. He's blocking the door right there, like we're going to go away now.
Because that's how cops work.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Don't
they
look in
force-
there.
they
Door's closed.
force the
They're not
door, and they
stormtroopers.
put
If the
that-
door's locked, just move along.
Move along. Move along. The door's locked. Keep
in
going.
the backyard. So, a couple of things. He had active warrants. He had a felony violation of probation warrant with no bond. He had a battery, which is a misdemeanor first, and an ag assault with a weapon, felony first degree. Those were his warrants. Now, what we charged him with was 1 count of attempted burglary with assault, first degree felony, 1 count resisting arrest without violence, misdemeanor first, 2 counts of burglary to an occupied dwelling, both of those are second degree felonies, 1 count criminal mischief for the window he went through, misdemeanor first, 1 count of attempted larceny, misdemeanor second, and 1 count of burglary to an unoccupied dwelling, felony third. 7 charges total. His bond's $157,500. And I want to say, as to the person, we don't know what homeowner,
So this is the part
which
that he's
homeowner
getting
shot
in
at
some
him.
trouble for.
I guess they think that they did something wrong, which they did not. If somebody's breaking in your house, you're more than welcome to shoot them in Santa Rosa County. We prefer that you do, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's where people are like, what?
What?
How dare you?
Whoever that was, you're not in trouble. Come see us. We have a gun safety class we put on every other Saturday. And if you take that, you'll shoot a lot better, and hopefully you'll save the taxpayers money. So, with that, questions?
Yeah. How do I vote for this guy? That's my question.
Move to Florida.
How do I vote for him?
Move to Santa Rosa County.
That's hilarious. We prefer you do. Save us a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Wow.
When
I like it.
I guess he was asked to clarify that, and he was like, well, when criminals are shot dead, they don't reoffend. So they're like, what? He's nearly as cool as I think it's Polk County, the sheriff there took some flack a couple years ago because I don't remember the whole story, but it was some kind of like cop killer dude got found, and of course they filled him completely full of lead. And they asked, well, why did you shoot him so many times, right? They're like, he was shot 150 times or whatever. And that dude went, well, we ran out of ammunition. Like, no, it would have been a lot more if we could have. Go fuck yourself.
The one dude that got wasted over there by TNTs.
Oh, yeah.
They unloaded on him. I was like, man, bullets cost money.
Yes, they do.
Be a better shot. We prefer that you do. Wow, how do I vote for this guy? That was great.
That's pretty awesome.
Right, Keys? I know. How do we vote for this guy? Dude, Keys, we all got to just move to Florida. Just retire down there.
I would love to.
Yeah, we all would. Hans is leaving in June. Sold his house for a shit ton of money. Is buying a house down there and building it. Like, I'm like, you bastard.
Well, in a case of idiotic virtue signaling.
Oh, no.
The Scorpions, we're all familiar with their song, The Wind of Change.
They did the modern update.
They are changing the lyrics because the current lyric, the original lyrics sound pro-Russian because he talk about a bunch of Russian landmarks because it was about when Russia got rid of communism, the Berlin Wall fell. So they mentioned like going to Gorky Park and a couple other.
Yeah.
So they don't want it to seem pro-Russian. They want to stand with the people of Ukraine and virtue signal. So
aren't they on a stint in
Klaus,
Vegas?
Yes,
That's
this is
why.
where it's from. Klaus
They're on
said we're going to play this song, and brought it up like, but we've changed the words because we're really good people and we love Ukraine, and of course Russia bad, Ukraine good. Putin's a bad guy. Zelensky's a wonderful human being.
Okay.
And so here's the new lyrics.
Because everything's black and white.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, got it.
Yep.
Roger.
So they did not want to So now it has new lyrics like "Follow the Moskva," which was the ship that was sunk.
Oh, that was no, that was repurposed as a submarine.
Okay, yeah. And they say,
yeah, Mello and Zoo tried to send me a couple, but she's failing. Tell her she's absolutely failing, Keys. Because if she were trying a little bit harder, I would already be there. Anyway, back to the front.
So yeah, Ukraine waiting for the wind of change now is one of the lines. Yeah. There you go.
I'm all for artists, artistic freedom. However, having music, obviously nowhere near to the scale, or I wouldn't even be friends with you.
I would hope not.
Yeah, right. I'd be having my stint in Vegas.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? You'd totally be my manager.
I'd be the one going, Klaus, we got to change the words.
Change the words
in the Wind of Change song.
As the management says, having songs, particularly ones that Huck wrote the lyrics and I helped. Like there were a couple, and it was mostly him. People coming up to me asking me like what it's about or what it, like what is it, and they already have it in their brain. What you should do as the artist is say, well, what do you think? Because when you create something like that, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
You definitely should have some remuneration for your intellectual property.
Also, I think a song like that, like everyone knows the time and headspace that was written from. Yeah. There's no need to go back and go, now Russia sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I read that book. George Orwell wrote it really well. We've always been at war with Eurasia, and we've always been friends.
I missed the boat on this little for this episode, but next week we are definitely going to get into the Ministry of Truth. Have you heard about this? The Board of Disinformation, whatever, prevention.
The Ministry of Truth.
It's like, so the Ministry of Truth. We literally have a Ministry of Truth.
We literally have a Ministry of Truth. George Orwell wrote it down, and we have it. People are this fucking stupid.
Yeah. Well, let's do some cool stuff. We got get us in a better mood. Well, Clemente Construction earned a new fan in me.
Yeah, right here too. We found this on the interwebs and said, "Oh my god, like these dudes. This is dudes. This is what dudes do."
Yeah, this is well, you'll see. A construction crew making a
daring rescue.
Risky rescue, yeah.
Yep, daring rescue.
Bring that volume way down.
Fuck OSHA.
I'm not sure this isn't a country that has anything
approaching
OSHA.
I would imagine not.
Just seeing the text there written in Spanish. So there's something coming, and we'll see what it is here in just a minute. Bear with us. Oh, all right. If you can see, there's a dog. And they're like, come on, buddy. Come on. Try to swim over this way. Come on. Oh, and
dude,
close.
He's like, I'll bite you. He's like, ow, 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 ow. Oh, God, thank God.
Okay. I guess you're cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's wild.
Yep.
So, yeah. Those guys definitely deserve a salute.
Definitely. Good job, guys. Because that's what we do.
Now, here's a different kind of salute. I love this. This is actually the 5th ones of these, but I don't know if you've seen any of the Karen Metal videos.
Karen Metal?
Yeah.
No,
watch this.
Can't say that I have. Oh, I've seen this guy do cool shit, but
well, this is his 5th video, where basically videos of Karens are the vocals.
this guy's
holy shit.
This guy's hilarious. Good song.
So there's a seat behind her now.
Yeah. What is that?
I've seen that guy before. He calls it a super heavy front raise. Because a lot of people are like, that's not a Zerker squat or whatever. It's like, no. He's like, it's for your shoulders. It's a front raise. Okay.
That's good.
Oh, by the way, if you're out in public, no one needs permission to fucking film you.
Yep.
All right. I found that quite humorous.
Good times.
Yeah. Oh, we got some sports.
Sports.
Let's pay some bills and then we'll do sports and history.
Let's do that.
So on my way over here, my brakes made an awful noise. And the last time I got them done, it was so expensive.
You should go to EXO Auto Works. They did a great job on mine and it was way cheaper than anywhere else I've been.
That sounds great. I need to get their number from you.
At EXO Auto Works, we offer the best price on brake service in town. We include brand new brake pads, rotors, and hardware, which saves you money and gets you on the road faster. See our website for a full list of our services. Call EXO Auto Works today.
I take the pistol with me everywhere.
Order online now at thebeardstruggle.com. Use the code TLANE15 for 15% off your order.
All right, World's Strongest Man. We have the events. I find this kind of interesting. It's taking place next month. The 20. I misread that. I was thinking it's already going on. That's why I was chuckling. It's taking place next month, May 24th through 29th. It will be the second year in a row that they're doing it in Sacramento. So, Keys, if you want to go see some giant human beings do some things that shouldn't be possible, you you can probably get in there. I don't think they even charge for tickets. I think it's, they want people there. So, but we have the full list of events. So qualifying day 1, we've got a loading race and a deadlift ladder. Ladder just means it's moving up in weight, and sometimes with those it'll be different types of deadlifts. So maybe it'll be like a standard barbell, and then maybe something weird, and then a car, something like that.
Yeah.
Day 2, they're bringing back some weird stuff from like kind of the 70s and 80s. A car walk, which if I'm not mistaken, back in the 80s they did this. It's this body of a car with like straps. So you put it on your shoulders and walk with it. Log lift. Day 3 is going to be a wrecking ball hold and a stone off, which stone off is kind of self-explanatory. That's the Atlas stones as they go up, and last man standing wins. And then the finals, whoever's left from the qualifying rounds gets to do the finals. Day 1, I don't know what this KNAC Giants medley is. I have no idea. There's a deadlift event, and then this I found hilarious, the Flintstone barbell, which we have a video of that because I had to look up what do they mean by the Flintstone barbell. And then the final day 2, we have a bus pull, power stairs, which is crazy. If you've never seen that event, that's nuts. Basically, they have to take a weight and they carry it up a flight of stairs.
KNAC is the tool boxes.
Oh, okay. So they've come up with some kind of medley of events, I guess.
Medley of events. So you're picking up all these toolboxes, probably in heavier,
different sizes,
increments, full of cement and dead Teamsters, like whatever.
And then last, but of course not least, as they usually do, they finish with the Atlas stones. But I definitely had to look this up. So the last time they did, there we go. The last time they did the Flintstones barbell was back in 1995. And it's kind of what you would expect. You see, there's a barbell with stone weights being attached to the sides.
Gary, this event should be yours, shouldn't it?
If it isn't,
I swear to God, he should have said yabba dabba doo.
If I don't, then I'm the current world record holder in this event, so it suits me down to the earth.
He's a world record holder. I don't know how many times they've done this event, but apparently it was rather popular. I think this is cool. They're kind of digging into their history for some of these.
Oh, for sure.
This year.
Boys have had their day.
There we go. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be an overhead press or a squat.
He's had last place in 2 events. It's not even resting on his shoulders.
An overhead press. Yep. So I'm guessing you can either do it behind the neck, or that's kind of frowned upon nowadays as being prone to injury. But so there we go. I don't want to play too much more of their copyrighted material. I think that's still within fair use. So, yep. And I went right back to the same scene.
There it is. Good job.
But that's some of what you can expect from World's Strongest Man this year. I don't know the TV broadcast schedule yet. It'll probably be in the summer, because they used to do it at Christmas time, and what they've tended to do the last couple of years, but I think is kind of smart, is pit it up against baseball, because no one watches baseball anymore.
There you go. Nope.
So even ESPN2 is like, yeah, we'll air this instead.
On the Ocho.
We'll get just as many views on this as we will on baseball. So, at least that early in the season. So yeah, we'll get into the week in history here.
Yeah, looks a little grim.
It does. It's a little grim.
First on the flank, get the start, get the start. got his hip right at his face.
All right, starting this grim week off in history. April 28th, 1945, Benito Mussolini is killed by Italian partisans. I believe he's the second one from the left there, hanging from, they called it a lamp. I'm like, I don't know what kind of lamp that is. Maybe some kind of lit awning?
Yeah.
Sure. So, yep.
Yeah, a little gruesome.
He was shot and then hung upside down, and, you know, people could come up and have a turn, letting him know what they thought of him. Let's see. April 29th, 1975, the U.S. Embassy in Saigon, Vietnam, is evacuated as North Vietnamese forces begin taking over the city. And basically signaled the end of that war, and we did not do well.
Wasn't a war.
Sorry. Police action, conflict.
Boy.
Yeah.
Police action.
Yep.
So, yeah, just like we're not at war with Afghanistan or
no.
any other places. We rescued people off the rooftops.
That's, yep.
History repeats itself. That's not just a saying.
No, it's not.
Or it's a saying for a good reason.
April, some more grim stuff. April 30th, 1945, Adolf Hitler commits suicide in his bunker. Or did he? And Karl Donitz, his secretary, becomes the Führer for 10 minutes.
Whole minutes.
Let's see. May 1st, 2011. Some more grim history.
Wow, dude, there's so much. A
lot of fucked up shit this week, man. I don't know.
Right?
Osama bin Laden was killed in Pakistan by Navy SEALs in an operation called Neptune Spear. So, May 2nd,
or
1923. Well, there's some weirdness with that too.
Yeah.
1923, Lieutenants Oakley Kelly and John McCready take off from New York for the very first nonstop transcontinental flight from New York to California.
The nonstop coast to coast, everybody.
It's the first time.
First time.
Fun fact, this flight is where the term shithole comes from.
Because you gotta go out the...
I'm just kidding. I made that part up. But
you gotta go out the... Yeah, exactly. Could you imagine just driving to work and kadoosh? Whoa! Somewhere over Auburn, Indiana.
Let's see. May.
You forgot about Van Halen's 5150 coming out this week?
I missed that, yes.
Yeah. The first #1 for any of those guys. I mean, Montrose and Sammy Hagar solo project.
Really?
Even with David Lee Roth, that was their first #1 record for any of them.
Aerosmith, it took until If I Close My Eyes, I do-do-dee-do-do.
Oh, to debut at #1? Yeah.
That was their first #1. Yeah.
That was their third career.
Yeah.
And
it took a Michael Bay movie.
Ugh.
Let's see, May 3rd.
A song they didn't even write.
1979, some herstory. Margaret Thatcher becomes the first woman Prime Minister of Great Britain.
Maggie.
And that brings us to the end of the week.
She was a Tory, right?
Yes, she was a conservative. Yeah. That's why she got along so well with Reagan.
Yep.
They were cut from the same cloth.
I think they both starred in Death Valley Days at some point.
They might have.
Fun fact, that's true. He was in Death Valley Days.
That's brings us to the end of our show.
Who, the actor? Remember that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ronald Reagan, the actor?
Reagan, the actor?
Nothing good's made in Japan. No wonder this failed. It's made in Japan. But it's time for us to say goodbye.
We have so many things to say, and such a sad time every Thursday at this time when we have to leave. So we'll tell you about the saddest shit on the
Maybe we should do plugs and then do this.
Yeah, maybe, because it's kind of messed up. So if you're feeling depressed, no, you're fine. Do it. Oh yeah, no, it's fine because it's just a shitty band. Fuck these guys.
No. Well.
Anyway, Saturday night, April 30th, 8 p.m. It's Facing Forward at Murray Street Darts. Super nostalgia. I haven't been back there in a while. Used to work there for a very long time running sound. It was kind of the hub of the music scene for about 4 years in this town.
It was a good spot.
Yeah, after the Gardens died a horrible death, and then Murray Street kind of took over.
Do you know what that spot is now?
Yeah, it's
the Gardens.
The old school
55
tavern.
plus.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't come in here.
Can't come in here unless
50s.
right. Yeah. Super smart.
It's like a retirement home bar.
It's kind of a retirement home bar. It's an interesting place. I went and helped wire some shit up in there, and I'll tell you what. The gang violence in there is outrageous.
I bet. The Sharks and the Jets dance fighting all the time.
Everybody's just doing this, like with switchblades and walkers and boner pills. Anyway,
people keep getting pinched for dealing black market Viagra in the
that's
bathroom.
Right, yeah.
I know.
Dude, you know what? It goes for 3 puddings and a tapioca.
Oh, wow.
See the music. This is the music. Anyway, Saturday night over at Murray Street Arts this Saturday. Those idiots always go live with their stuff. So if you don't come, it doesn't matter, which I think is stupid. But they broadcast their shows live for everybody who's not in town. So
okay,
yeah, check it out. Should be fun. We'll be introducing a new member. It'll be fun. It's gonna be interesting.
All right.
Also, members only is available now. The Samson the Simp, our video is available to locals subscribers. If you are a local subscriber, you get that. If not, it's only $3 a month. And audio available to Anchor. What is that? The LM? FM? Anchor FM subscribers for only $1 a month. Thank you to our sponsors, EXO AutoWorks, Enharmonic Studios, Crafts by Carolyn Lane, Madrid Maintenance, and of course the Beard Struggle. Thank you for watching and or listening. Please check us out on the web at mantoolsmedia.com. Our social media links.co/mantoolsmedia. Once again, like, subscribe, share, rate, review. Also, hook up with our YouTube channel, guys. We got to get that. We got to get that back. Please share that as much as possible to help us get subscripciones, so we get our own unique URL. That'd be great. RateThisPodcast.com/mantools if you want to give us the finger in metaverse
or in real life.
We're a call-in show. Like, we need to push that a little harder.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing that, I think. We're going to push that a little harder and make it a more call-in and talk shit. It's going to be fun. Super fun. Do we have a guest next week?
We do not.
Okay.
We don't have anything booked up for a while, so...
Okay. Well, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. If you have somebody you're thinking about bringing over, bring them over.
Yeah. Send supporters or anti-man stuff. That'd be great. Either way. There's no best such thing as bad publicity. So... Thank you guys. All around, I think the talk show stuff's, we're gonna get that rolling. It's gonna be super fun. Oh yeah, and Keys, tell Zoo to start sending me houses.
I wonder what the legalities would be of us calling people. Like if we start with, "Hey, we're a show."
Hey, you're live on the air. You're live on the. I mean, I used to do that when I was on the radio.
All right, well, maybe we'll do some of that.
I only got arrested once.
Find some weird business and be like, "Is it okay if we talk to you?"
Yeah, we want to talk to you on the air right now. We're Man Tools. This is what we do. Definitely want to call the candle store. And
do you have Prince Albert in a can?
You should
let him out.
You should let him out. You're terrible. Oh, speaking of Kamala Harris and space, all of those folks that went up the regular Joes that paid $55 million to go to space.
Oh, yeah.
The common men.
Yes.
Affordable space travel.
The common
millionaires. Yeah. One of them was claustrophobic. You know how they helped him?
No.
The astronaut is claustrophobic. You know how they helped him? They gave him a little space.
But with that, we'll see you next week. So good night, everybody.